Serious video today. All my videos are serious, but extra serious video today. You got to live your life and make the most of it for the people who are not around anymore. I'm going to basically guilt trip people right now. And that's what we need. We need a good kick up our backside from time to time. We need to be told, stop being lazy. Step out of your comfort zone and start taking risks. Because you know what? There's many people who would love to be in our position who aren't. They can't do the things that we can do on a day-to-day basis. I was talking to someone and they were saying, oh, I can't really be bothered to go to the gym or go running or whatever. Now I said to them, you need to stop that lazy attitude, that lazy mentality. We're human beings, I get it. We do get lazy. But you know what? When I get lazy, when I feel like I can't be bothered to go running every other day, since lockdown I've been going running every other day without fail. You know what I do? What I think when I can't be bothered on the morning of my run? Somewhere out there, and I probably will pass them on my run as well. There is some disabled person in a wheelchair, in a mobility scooter, who doesn't have an able body like me. They would give their teeth to have a functioning body like me so that they can go out and have a run. That's what motivates me. That's what stops me from being lazy. I know there's someone in my position who would love to be in my position right now to be able to do what I can. And I do see people sometimes when I'm running down the street or even when I'm walking, but especially when I'm running down the street. And I think to myself, I would hate to be in a wheelchair or whatever. I'm making the most of this opportunity that I've got to be able to run down the road. Something as simple as going out for exercise. It don't mean you have to go running every single day, twice a day. It just means don't be lazy. Stick to the routine. Unless there's something really wrong with you that day, don't be lazy. Go running, because you know what? There's someone out there in a wheelchair that would love to be able to go running, but they can't. They got some kind of illness, disease, or whatever, their leg was amputated, whatever, it don't matter. I always talk about them poor children that are in Great Ormond Street Hospital. Born with a hole in their brain, born with a hole in their heart. They ain't going to have the same opportunities as you and I, who have got functioning bodies, functioning brains, who are healthy. And you want to moan and you want to complain about life being a little bit hard, life being a little bit difficult. This person got opportunity over me. So fucking what? How about the opportunity that you've got over the kids that are in Great Ormond Street Hospital, who are on death's door, who can die tomorrow, who have died today, who have died yesterday? If I ever get lazy, if I ever get complacent, If I ever don't want to take no risk, I just remember I've got a cousin who was murdered. He's no longer here no more. He would love to be in my position to take risks, to step out of his comfort zone, to make something of his life. I've got to do this for him. My cousin's not around no more. He would love to be around. He'd love to be able to, just walk out on the street and do whatever. I've got to do this for him. You got black people running around for years on end, been complaining about slavery this and slavery that, what our ancestors have gone through. Ancestors went through hell. They died and left us behind. And all you want to do is live a normal, basic, boring life. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you're a black person right now, ask yourself, the way you're living your life right now, would Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, all them freedom fighters, would they be proud of you? Because I know they would be proud of me. Were your ancestors' efforts put in vain because of your behavior right now? Would your ancestors be proud of the way you are acting right now? Our ancestors fought for our freedom, for our equal opportunities, subject to opinion. Yeah? I think we've got equal opportunities. But even let's say we ain't got equal opportunities. How are you utilizing the freedom that you've got right now? You think things are bad? What about back in the day? Not too long ago, in this country, and America probably as well, in the lavatories and the toilets, black people weren't allowed to use the same toilets as white people. When they sat down on the toilet, you could see them. They did that to humiliate black people. You think your life is tough now? No blacks, no Irish, no dogs. Black people weren't allowed in the pubs. You think your life is hard now? You can go anywhere you fucking want. Stop complaining. Get off your fucking ass. You're talking about slavery, this, slavery that, black people this, black people that. What are you doing for the black community? How are your actions helping the community? What are you doing in your life right now to help other black people? If other black people took a leaf out of your book, would their life be better? Now, if you're not black and you like to read and stuff, especially if you're from Eastern Europe, if you're well read, if you're well educated and stuff, you will know about the Holocaust and that. It don't even matter where you're from. It don't matter if you're black, white, I don't give a fuck where you're from. You go and pick up a textbook about the Holocaust and read about all the kids and the women and the men that were murdered by the Nazis. Innocent people. People that don't do nothing to nobody. They were murdered for nothing, for being a certain race, following a certain faith. They were murdered. You think your life is tough? So yeah, all guilt trip people. You are able-bodied right now, you're watching this right now. You are fortunate to still be alive, to have a healthy body. Yeah, things are a little bit tough. So what? Toughness makes greatness. I'm much greater now than I was back in the day. You know why? Because I'm tougher. I've been through more. How do you expect to be successful or make something of yourself if you don't go through a rough patch? You think life is plain sailing? You think life is smooth? Life is not smooth. Life is not plain sailing. Life is like the Richter scale, goes up and down. You want to bitch, you want to moan, you want to complain about job opportunities not coming your way, and this got nothing to do with anyone's colour or anything like that. You feel like you've been dealt with a bad hand because you're from a certain background. Again, nothing to do with colour or anything like that. Because your parents might be, poor or whatever. So what if they're poor? So what if you come from a poor family? I come from a poor family. I'm fucking making a video in my own property that I bought 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. No one showed me the way. I didn't have no parents to tell me, oh, this is how you buy a property or nothing like that. Yeah, one of my friends, Benga, he helped me out, show me how to furnish a property and stuff, and shout out to my boy. But other than that, no one to show me the way. No one made a decision for me. Stop being lazy, take risks. There's things out here that I don't really want to do. I approached a man that I know, he's a head teacher of a school. And I said to him, because right now when you're watching this video, right now I'm making it in August the 3rd, I think. About a week ago, I approached a man who's a head teacher of a school and I said, listen, when the year 11s get back to school in September, I want to have 5-10 minutes. I know we're going for longer. Just want to give them a little speech, a little motivational speech. Because obviously they're the oldest in the school, bar obviously the sixth formers. But I'd rather talk to, a mass audience rather than a few sixth formers. Give them a little motivation, tell them that, listen, just because you're black or whatever, don't mean that, you've got less opportunities than someone else or whatever. Giving public speeches, that ain't my comfort zone. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing talking to 200-300 people. But you know what? There's people out here, like my family members, who are not here no more. I gotta do it for them. I've got breath in my lungs, I've got to do it for them. There's men in jail who are innocent. Innocent people in jail. Now, most people in jail are guilty, but there are people in jail who are innocent. I've got to do it for them. Them girls in America that were kidnapped and imprisoned in a fucking man's basement for 10 years. Now, they got away, but there are other children, other young girls and boys right now, they're imprisoned in a basement somewhere. There's somebody's sex toy right now. You think you got it hard? Because you might get stop and search because you're black? There are little girls in India who are sex workers, forced to have sex with men triple their age against their free will. And you think your life is tough? Then your life's not tough, man. You got it easy. You don't know what hard life is. And I don't neither, and I don't want to find out. So this equal opportunity I got, this able-bodied, decent brain that I got, I'm going to utilize it because there's people out here who they're not in the same position as me. There's man who watch this right now who play games like Call of Duty, running around, shooting man, blowing man up, somewhere in the plains of the Middle East. Guys, if you play those games, Call of Duty, Battlefield and all that, you know there are people who live in environments like that. Real people, you know. When you have finished playing that game, that Call of Duty game, and you put it down, yeah, you go downstairs, make a cup of tea, talk to your mum, whatever. Those people who live in a real life situation to that game, they ain't going downstairs to make no cup of tea or talk to their mum. Their parents are probably dead. Furthermore, they ain't got no fucking house to live in about going downstairs. And you think your life is tough because it's a bit boring. Make something of your fucking self. You think your life is bad? There's someone whose life is 20 times worse right now. And you are making a mountain out of a molehill. So if you're lazy, you can't bother to go running or go to the gym or do some form of exercise, just remember, there's some disabled person out there that would love to be able to just get up and go for a run. There's some child in Great Ormond Street who's not going to make it past the operating table. If you're black and you're moaning about oppression this and no job opportunities that, just remember, your ancestors have died. Your great grandma was raped. And you want to act like your life is tough. You so well read, yeah, you know about this history that. Well, remember them books that you read about the Jews and the Holocaust? Do you think your life is tough? You're bored out of your brain. You can't bother to do nothing or whatever except play Call of Duty. Just remember, there's people who live in a situation like you play in that game. You go to countries like Bali and India and wherever these places, yeah, you know, it's boring around here, I want to go home and eat poor people and shit like that. Just remember, there's some little girls out there who are sex workers, forced sex workers, 10 years old, they're human sex trafficked, yeah? Man are pimping them out at the age of 10 years old, 15 years, don't even matter about the fucking age, against their free will. You're moaning that your parents who love you want you in the house at 8 p.m. at night. And you're only 13, 14 years old. Just remember, there's some little girl, little boy in America or somewhere around the world who's in a man's basement. And he is their fucking sex toy. So don't be lazy. Appreciate what you got and always strive for more, because there's someone who would love to be in your position and you should feel guilty for wanting to just live an average, boring life. We are not put on this planet to just exist. We are put on this planet to prosper